Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds.
Welcome to the SAGA Genesis, October 1990. The real gamers all have the same favorite console, the Sega Genesis. Is it a surprise? God loves Sega so much, he named the first book in the Bible Genesis.
Genesis.
16-bit sports action.
After all, the Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Gotta go. Hey, guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out. Brand new 16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow!
What's this one?
Oh, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis.
In 2024, the Genesis turns 35 years old.
You've got Stimpy's invention.
In this series, we will travel 35 years into the past each month, where we will collect, review, and rank every North American licensed Sega Genesis game ever made, except for Outback Joey.
Powdered toast, man.
F. Outback Joey.
To save himself, he launches a right hand to the kangaroo's snout.
And all of Australia, for that matter.
The Sega Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't.
We will be using the generally accepted list of games and their release dates. Did we get one wrong?
Shut up, nerd! Shut up, nerd!
Welcome to the SAGA Genesis.
And what if you don't have blast processing?
Okay, so a couple of interesting things happened in October of 1990. On October 3rd, East and West Germany reunified after 45 years of Cold War division.
Wow.
Finally happened.
Wow.
It's like the end of the Cold War.
What's funny is I do remember games of this time period having like a Olympic runner from East or West Germany.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. On October 4th was the premiere of Beverly Hills 90210 in the U.S. Everybody remembers that show.
Yeah, my mom watched it. I can't say that I've never seen any of it, but
It's been a hot minute since I've seen that.
yes.
October 20th, the Cincinnati Reds won the World Series, sweeping out the Oakland A's in 4 games. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I gotta
Poor Oakland.
And then October 27th, James Ingram's songs, I Don't Have the Heart to Love You. That was released.
Was that like symbolic messaging?
It's just, that's the song. It's very, like, when I saw the title, I was like, I don't have the heart. Okay, what song is that? What song is that? You have to sing it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, everybody knows that song.
Yeah. No, if you just said the name and the artist, I'd have no idea.
Exactly.
I Don't Have the Heart is not the most original title.
No.
But we got 7 games, so we got to get into it. And they always say the Sega Genesis was the shoot 'em up console. This is the month they're talking about. We got a lot of them. So let's jump right into the first game, Atomic Robo Kid.
This was developed by Micronix, published by Treco. The designer was Tsutomu Fujisawa. Genre is action shooter, of course, like you said, and it plays 1 player.
So this one I wouldn't call shoot 'em up. It's close, but he still has free movement. The screen's not moving, so you still control the pace, but he can fly. So Earth Outpost Colony Terra 12 has been bombarded with radiation from space, which mutates all the colonists. A small battle robot named Atomic Robo Kid is tasked with saving the colony. Blast your way through 19 stages. This game has multiple paths. Stages 3, 10, and 17 have 2 different versions depending on which door you walk through. Atomic Robo Kid has 4 additional weapons he can pick up to help him. You can also pick up shields, increase speed, and rapid fire ability. So this one does not have the sort of turbo button where you can just hold the shoot button. You have to press it over and over. One hit kills without 4 shields. You only lose your equipped items, so even though you can get 4 weapons, you only lose the one you die. Or one you have equipped when you die. Very tight corridors, awful respawn locations, and tricky enemy placement make this game tough. This game was not released in PAL, so let's check in with our PAL correspondent, Generation Pixel. Oh, he's blissfully ignorant. This game is a C grade. So, I talked about the tight corridors, enemy placement. There's one weapon that can shoot like up and down, like directionally. And if you don't have that, you have to go up this tunnel and there are turrets at the top shooting down on you. Well, it's a tight space, and if you don't have the ability to shoot up, you're done. You have to reset the game. So, that hurt it. It does have some cool stuff to it, but being so reliant on that missile weapon has to knock it down a bit. But we do have our first cover art battle, and we got a lot of these too, so we really gotta get to it. We got North America versus Japan, obviously not released in PAL. Oh man, I would say
that there's no question.
The nice thing is, Atomic Robot Kid looks exactly the same.
Right.
It's just, do you think it's cooler to have the villain? Obviously, it's cooler to have the villain.
Much cooler to have the villain.
Japan's gonna win this one.
Definitely.
The next game, eSWAT, City Under Siege.
eSWAT.
The Japanese title is Cyber Police eSWAT, developed and published by Sega, composed by Takayuki Nakamura. Genre is action platformer, and it also only plays one.
You play as Duke Oda, a police officer in the crime-ridden city called Liberty City. Maybe that's where Grand Theft Auto got their name. Who eventually gets accepted in the police's top unit, eSWAT, which means you get a powered exoskeleton to fight powerful crime bosses. Fight your way through 8 fantastic looking and interesting levels, the first 2 without the suit. You can enhance your suit with 4 additional weapons. When you get the suit, though, you lose your ability to duck under bullets. So when you're in human form, you walk, duck, shoot, kind of go like that. But when you're in this big robot, you can't duck anymore. Mm-hmm. But you do gain the ability to temporarily fly, but you have to collect fuel in order to fly. When you die, again, you only lose your equipped weapon instead of all of them. Grade C. This one looks a lot prettier than it plays. I actually like just being the regular cop. You move quicker. You got ability to duck. When you get into that big exoskeleton, it's like you're super slow, kind of like...
Yeah, but does the exoskeleton prevent you from taking more damage when you're
you do get a bigger life bar.
Okay.
But the enemies are way faster than you, so you're gonna get wrecked. It's a tough game, especially once you get that suit, but it does look really, really pretty. We got another Cover art battle. So we got North America and PAL versus Japan. I think this one's a little bit closer.
I like the North America PAL because it shows the guy. It kind of has like a little bit of a Terminator look to it.
Yeah, I can see that.
The other one's more cartoonish. So
I will say the suit looks like the Japanese one and not the North American one. So it's blue. It's not all silver, and it does fit more like a exoskeleton instead of a robot hiding under synthetic skin.
yeah, that makes sense. So
I think I
Japan
would
is
go-
probably more representative of the game.
Yeah, I think I would go Japan as the winner.
I'm going North America PAL, so we're divided.
Well, break the tie down in the comments below. Up next, we got Fire Shark.
This is the sequel to the 1987 game Flying Shark. Japanese title is Same. A homage to Tora Tora Tora. Interesting. Okay. It was developed by Co-ople, published by DreamWorks. The music composition by Masanori Yuji. The genre is shoot 'em up, and it plays one player.
This is the first of many shoot 'em ups released this month. On an alternate Earth, the nation S-Corps starts invading other countries. It's up to the Fire Shark biplane to save the day. I do really enjoy that this is like a biplane instead of like a super hyper advanced spaceship or something. I thought it was really cool that it was a regular plane. The game has 3 difficulty modes: easy, normal, and hard, each with its own ending. So you have 3 possible endings. You have 3 main weapons: wide shot, shark beam, and super fire. Each weapon can be upgraded, I believe, twice. Rapid fire can be turned on in the options menu. Thank God for that. Shark beam is the worst of the 3 based on its limited width, but it seems to be the most common. Power-ups do not immediately fall off the map, but rather bounce around the screen. You will find yourself dodging bullets and shark beam pickups as you progress. You also have access to bombs now that they have limited distance and limited explosive range, but you do get bombs. When you die, there's a formula for how much stuff you lose. So they have these power-ups to your weapons, but it's not like one power-up equals one increase. I think you gotta collect 3 or 4 of these power-ups to level up your weapon. And they've got some kind of formula there, so you don't always lose everything when you die, which is really nice. But I could not figure out that algorithm to save my life. It seemed to be random to me. Grade A. A nice little A game there. We do have another cover art battle.
It's amazing that you gave this a grade A, because when I heard the term Fire Shark, I was really hoping this was like a shark in the ocean, in flames, attacking other...
How does it stay on fire if it's in the water?
I don't know. It's like a special kind of shark. So...
I think it's from like the World War I planes where they would paint the shark teeth on
Oh, okay.
the fighters. This is... I don't think there's a bad art
No.
in this one.
But I do have a preference here.
So we got North America going up against Japan and PAL. So North American, that mustache, he has never had to buy a drink for
It's Tom
himself
Selleck mustache.
at any bar. Women just pour themselves to him, give him anything he wants. I wish Mary would allow me to grow a mustache like that. Mustache alone, I think North America wins.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like North America wins. I mean, they're both. You're right. They're both good, but also look how in North America it's got like that bite kind of out of the title there.
Yeah.
It's got like, I
It's
don't
like
know.
a shark bite out of the font. That is
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, there's not a bad piece of art here. They're both great. I just think North America takes a slight victory. All right, up next, Insector X.
Not Inspector X, but Insector X. Okay. So this was developed by Hot B. It was published by Sage's Creation. The genre is shoot 'em up, and it is one player.
I could not find a difficult name for me to pronounce.
It's all easy there.
Unknown to the human eye is a world where two micro-tribes exist. The Belzers and the Insectors. The king of the Belzers, Baglon Belzeed, ambushed the Insectors and destroyed them all but one. Now they turn their attention to the human world, and it's up to Kite to get revenge for his people and save the humans. Although the enemies look like organic bugs, they explode when shot. That is because they are half creature and half machine. I think this game would have been a lot cooler if they went with the organic. You know, you got these two rival insect tribes. You don't need the explosions. Save that for the space shooters. Do, regular organic combat. Fly through 5 levels and destroy everything you see. As you upgrade your weapons, you will get an air and ground shot, both of which are upgradable, but when you first start, you just have the air shot. Rapid fire is available for both shots. Thank you, Jesus. When you die, you lose all weapons, all upgrades, everything. This is one tough cookie. That was not released in PAL region, so let's check in once again with our good friend Generation Pixel. Oh no, he's so sad. Yeah, this game is a B. I love the idea of a micro world where insects and frogs, they're all kind of teamed up in these rival tribes. I think that's such a cool idea. Again, I wish they would have went organic instead of mechanical. But the main character looks like a total freaking goofball. He looks like just a dude with wings. And it's like, how is this a micro tribe, microorganism? Kind of reminds me of Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
But it looks like a total dork. That was also another reason I had to knock it down to a B. Here, another cover art battle.
This one is close because I don't think they're that different in the way that they look. They're relatively close in the way that they look. We have North America against Japan. Mm-hmm. I like the font in the Japan cover art. And I feel like it's a little bit more crisp and maybe realistic looking in the Japan art. So my vote is for the Japan.
I'm gonna have to agree. I do agree about the font, and also your dorky looking character is available to see in the North American one, and I did not like that art style, so we will go with Japan. Next game, Phalios.
This was developed and published by Namco. The designer is Satoru Yamada. The genre is, again, shoot 'em up and one player.
Apollo, the god of the sun, flies on the winged horse Pegasus to save his lover / twin sister, Artemis, who has been turned to stone by Medusa and imprisoned by the Titan Typhoon. Unlike your average shoot-'em-up, you're not flying in a plane or spaceship. Instead, you're riding a flying horse. Additionally, instead of constantly spraying as many bullets as possible, you charge your magical sword for a powerful blast. The quick shot in this game is extremely underpowered. Every single enemy would take numerous hits, so you have to use that charge shot. But that makes this game tricky to pilot. Fight your way through 7 levels fighting giant Greek monsters as boss fights. No one-hit deaths. A shoot-'em-up with a life bar. Grade B. This game, another just beautiful game. Especially
I do have a question though.
After you get out of that cave and it opens up to like the real world, and like there's clouds in the foreground and the ground's moving faster beneath, provides this real sense of motion, like really flying through. It is awesome. And the boss fights, you're probably seeing me fight Medusa, or I've already played it. Got great big Greek, classic Greek monsters. I really, really enjoyed this one. The charge shot, though, not being your standard million bullets a minute, that one takes a little bit to get used to.
So, did you say lover / twin?
Yes. So in the game, they are lovers. In Greek mythology, they are twins, brother and sister.
That is interesting. Okay.
Now they didn't mention that part in the game, at least not as far as I got.
It's good to clarify these things. I think it's important.
Thank you for saving your sister.
Just don't
listen.
kiss her.
The Greeks were known to be a little. No, it says lover. It does say lover.
All right.
So North America and POW teaming up against Japan.
I don't think either of these are honestly that great. The title is the same on both of them. So.
Yeah,
but
and you get Pegasus on there. They are very similar.
Yeah.
Art looks like the Apollo and Pegasus are just blown up.
I do prefer probably the North America PAL on this one though.
Yeah, it's been a while since we had a North American victory. Well, I do think the dragon looks significantly better. There's like a more traditional dragon than the other one.
Which kind of almost looks like one of those things from...
Pokemon with me. Alright, up next. Thunder Force 3.
This is a sequel to the Genesis game Thunder Force 2. Makes sense. The arcade title is Thunder Force AC, developed and published by Technosoft. The graphics and design by Osamu Tsujikawa and Yoichi Muto. Again, the genre is a shoot 'em up, and again, it's only one player.
So this is the first sequel on the Genesis to a game that was already on the Genesis. So we've had sequels that were on other systems. This is the first in-house sequel. And this game picks up right at the end of Thunder Force 2. The war against the Orn Empire is not going well. They've installed a cloaking device on the 5 planets in their space territory. This sequel gets rid of the free directional overhead gameplay and replaces it with the typical horizontal shoot 'em up. You can collect an arsenal of weapons and switch them on the fly. Hold up to 5 weapons. When you die, you only lose your equipped weapon. You need to defeat 8 levels in order to win this game. You can choose the first one Then the levels play in order, which is nice. So if you're struggling on a particular level, you can pick that one first and kind of grind it and memorize the patterns. No speed pickups either. All the other games have mostly had speed pickups, which is great because you're fast from the beginning. Who wants to start slow? No one wants to play a shoot 'em up slow. This game was not released in PAL. I was shocked. Generation Pixel is completely devastated. Grade A. This probably should have been the first S ranking. But I docked it for a pet peeve of mine, which you guys may not agree with. If you fly too close to the top of the screen or too close to the bottom of the screen, you die. And I hate when they put ceilings and floors on shoot 'em ups. Like, a little wiggle room to kind of dodge bullets, everything's flying at you. Plus, they have these tiny little enemies that are posted up on the ceiling and floor that are shooting at you. If you don't have a weapon with any kind of spray pattern, you just have like a straight shot, then you're like skimming the edge of death to try to kill these guys, and that is so frustrating. But this game is fantastic. I loved it. The parallax scrolling and that lava level is just amazing. Alright, our last game, Whip Rush.
So the Japanese title for this is Whip Rush Wakusei Voltegas no Nazo. Developed by VIC Tokai, or Vic Tokai. Published by Renovation Products. The composer is Toshiko Tasaki. The genre is shoot 'em up, and it plays one.
The year is 2222, and mankind has drained every planet in the solar system of their resources. They set out to find additional planets and run into the Volganians. Communication goes silent. A week later, they show up and blow up the Earth. It's up to the smallest and strongest ship in the fleet to save the day. You need to make it through 7 stages. You can pick up power claws, which are absolutely necessary. They act as satellites. They can shoot and defend the whip rush, and they can be rotated around to shoot. Either they can stack them on top or on one on each side. You can get up to 2 of them. Being able to shoot in different directions is required. There are stages in this horizontal shooter in which you are traveling vertically. Therefore, Whip Rush can only shoot to the right, and there are enemies coming from the left.
Uh-oh. You gotta run.
You basically, and there are these giant pillars that if you touch, you die. So if you don't have those satellites, you're in so much trouble. Also, some enemies have shields in front, so they cannot be attacked from the front. So if you, again, can only shoot to the left, so they need to be attacked from above or below or from the rear. Whip Rush is not just a spaceship, but also a submarine. The water stages drastically slow the vessel. No one likes to slow shoot 'em up. The weapon pickups cycle through a list, so if you can time it, you can get the one you're looking for. This game was not released in PAL, and we have a blissfully ignorant Generation Pixel. Grade C. And a month crammed full of shoot 'em ups, this one was the most awkward.
I guess it's weird to have a spaceship that's also a submarine.
No, it's called science. Alright, so let's get to the rankings. We got Thunder Force at number 3. I almost put it number 1. That damn ceiling death. Oh yes, number 2. I'm sorry, number 2. I almost put it number 1. Those ceiling deaths are so frustrating. And then the floor and ceiling will shift in the game. So like as you're flying, like earthquakes are happening, and so the ground will come up. So all of a sudden you have an indestructible object right in front of you, and if you touch it, you die. So I bumped it down a little bit. Fire Shark. This one was probably the biggest surprise. I mean, everyone's heard of Thunder Force. Fire Shark was a lot of fun. An A. Not as good as Thunder Force, but an A. Phalios. Again, I really like the uniqueness of the horse and the charged weapon, even though it's tough to get your head around. And Sector X at 15. Atomic Robo Kid 18. E-SWAT 19. And Whip Rush 21. So this was a darn good month. 2 A games, and every single game, all 7 of them, are in the top half. So that's pretty darn impressive. If you bought a Sega Genesis in October of 1990, you were doing all right. Well, let us know down in the comments section if you've played any of these. Do you agree with our rankings? Settle the dispute on the art, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, Pumpkin.
Yeah.
We're going to Florida. Think we'll find a shark's tooth?
I hope. That's the plan. We're going to try.
Can I wear a shark tooth necklace?
You can if you want.
That was like... Shark teeth necklaces are like the coolest thing.
Poke your eye out.
Only really clumsy people poke themselves with a shark tooth necklace.
We're normal people.